All right. Shalom Yasharala. Before we get started, we're going to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadash, and double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Back another video, another lesson. All right. The title's one is going to be response. Don't look back, remember Lot's wife. All right. And this comes from the elder Yashawamba's video.
You're putting him.
I'll pull it up real quick. All right. His title is The Ancient Mindset. Don't look back, remember Lot's wife. All right. And you can go watch that video for yourself. I got to, finish. I'm 30 minutes in, 40 minutes in, so I'm technically almost done. But, great edification came out. Go watch the video if you haven't already. And this is the mindset we should, have in these times. Not looking back into the world or everything or anything that we, really that we deem, that we had pleasure in, right? Because as he brought on his video, I'll just read it. I don't really want to, copy off of him, but this is Genesis 19 and 24. We know the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, right? It says, then the Lord, Yahweh, rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Okay, and the elder, he looked up that word look back, nabat in the Hebrew, to look, regard. Okay, to regard, show regard to, pay attention to, consider. All right, but right here in the Strong's definition, it says to regard with pleasure. All right, because Lot, you know about Lot, he had substance. He had money. Okay, he had riches, he had land. All right, so he was a man of substance. And of course, he had a woman. And women, they like pleasure. Okay, they like things. So she took in the things that she had a certain regard for them. So she looked back, and what happened to her? She got turned into a pillar of salt. All right, and if you go read in the Apocrypha, which he also brought out, that's a memorial. That's a memorial of the unbelieving soul. So that's a memorial for us. In these times. Okay. So we shouldn't be looking back on the things in the world, man, because there's really nothing for us here. The things that we have, we have them, we take pleasure in them, but it's going to come a point in time where we're going to have to, give it up. You got to give that up, sooner or later, whether it's, whatever you take pleasure in, man. Your game, you like playing cards and stuff like that. Things that bring you comfort while we're still in this hell that we're in, right? Let's get Micah 2 and 10. Okay. And it says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. So, and that's speaking of physically. This is a spiritual thing. You got to come out of the ways of Babylon, which is America, because the ways of America are going to pollute you. And we've been polluted. Before we even came into the truth, we were polluted with the ways of the world. But since the Lord, called us, he woke us up, we've been washed. We've been cleansed. Okay? Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. That word polluted. All right? Polluted means in the Hebrew tamah. It says to be unclean, become unclean, become impure. To defile oneself, be defiled. Okay, to be regarded as unclean. Sexually, religiously, ceremonially. All right, so we were once unclean. This place makes you, immoral. Okay, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, and it's destroying our people, man. All right, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. Okay, so this place is destroying our people, man. All right, but the Lord has woken us up. All right, and we've been we like I said, we've been cleansed. We're no longer, now we're not, the right, those, it says in Isaiah that our righteousness is as filthy rags. So, you know, but we're following the ways of the Lord to the best of our ability, man. Okay, but let's get that Luke. This is Luke 17 and 28. I'm sorry. Luke 17:28. It says, likewise also as it was. Now this is in the times that we're in right now. Okay, we're like in the days of Noah and Lot, right? What were they doing at the time of Noah and Lot? Well, let's read it. Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. Same way you see today. All right, people are out partying. All right, they're in that mirthful spirit. They're drinking. They're building houses, building homes. You got IOIC who doing what they call it? Was a land it was something with the land, a land grab. They trying to raise money so they can build a Hebrew Israelite community. Shows you that they don't read the scriptures, because do they not know that this America, this whole landmass is about to be destroyed with fire, man. This place is about to be done away with. I'll read again. Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man, Yahushua, is revealed. It says, in that day, he which shall be upon the housetop, and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Okay, to go get your stuff. That's looking back. It says, remember Lot's wife. Remember what she did. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it. Salak. Yet again, it says, whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it. So you trying to save your, forward your life here in Babylon. You're gonna lose your life, man. Because eventually, if you want to save your life, you're going to take the sea hip. You have to be subject to a 15-minute city under Esau's rule. By the way, you're gonna be subject to a UBI, a universal basic income. You're gonna have a digital ID. All right, did I mention the mark of the beast? I got to mention that twice, because you got camps out here who don't preach that. But that's what you're gonna look. If you want to forward your life here, that's what you have to look forward to. Being subject to these different things under Esau's rule, man. He's about to flip this whole world upside down. Even worse. So whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it. You're gonna lose your life here, man. When the Lord, finally puts the spirit on these different nations to shoot off those missiles, those ICBMs. And whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. Okay? We're not here to save our lives, man. We're here to, we're not here to forward our life here in Babylon. Okay, if it comes down to it, we'll go to jail. We'll get beheaded. We'll get, whatever's coming to us if that's our lot. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? Let's read this. Man, let's read the NLT version. Let's do that. I'll start at verse 28 again. Excuse me. It says, and the world will be as it was in the days of Lot. People went about their daily business, eating and drinking, buying and selling, farming and building. Until the morning, Lot left Sodom. And, brothers got businesses. Brothers got different things that they have, but they're not tied to that. We got jobs. Brothers got businesses. Brothers do things, but we're not tied to those things, man. We're not here to, to forward ourselves. It says Lot left Sodom, then fire and burning sulfur rained down from heaven and destroyed them all. Yes, it will be business as usual. Read it again. It says, yes, it will be business as usual right up to the day when the Son of Man is revealed. It says, on that day, a person out of the deck of a roof must not go down into the house to pack. A person out in the field must not return home. You know, forget your stuff. It's about to be destroyed anyway. Remember what happened to Lot's wife. If you cling to your life, you will lose it. And if you let your life go, you will save it. So let's look at this word. See what it says. It says to bring forth alive, to give life, to preserve alive, to engender alive, i.e. by analogy, to rescue, passively be saved from death, or live, preserve. So it's to rescue. You want to rescue your life. You know, you want to forge yourself here in Babylon, man. So I'll read it again. If you cling to your life, you will lose it. And if you let your life go, you know, you will save it. And we letting our life go, man. We since we know brothers have been called into this truth, that we let the world go. You know, because there's really nothing for us in the world. Since once you wake up to the truth, everything once you learn the lie, everything is fake. The food is terrible. All right. The air is they messing up the earth, man. Right? Let's now get. Let's read Jeremiah 45:5. Let's read that. It says, I'll just start at 1. It says, the word that Jeremiah the prophet spake unto Baruch, the son of Neriah, when he had written these words in the book at the mouth of Jeremiah in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, saying, thus saith the Lord, and the Lord's name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, unto thee, O Baruch, thou didst say, woe is me now. Give me 1 second, hold on. All right, Salaki, it says, verse 3 again, Jeremiah 45:3, thou didst say, woe is me now, for the Lord Yahweh have added grief to my sorrow. I fainted in my sighing, and I find no rest. It says, thus shalt thou say unto him, the Lord, right? It says, thus shalt thou say unto him, the Lord Yahweh thus saith thus, behold, that which I have built will I break down, and that which I have planted I will pluck up, even this whole land. And seekest thou great things for thyself? Seek them not. For behold, I will bring evil upon all flesh, saith the Lord. But thy life will I give unto thee for a prey in all places whither thou goest. So the Lord, you know, Jeremiah is writing to Baruch saying, seekest thou great things for thyself? He's saying, don't seek them not, because the Lord's about to do damage to this place. Same way today, man. All right, we're not looking for no we're not looking for no accolades here in Babylon. Let's read this in the NLT. And it says, are you seeking great things for yourself? Don't do it. I will bring great disaster upon all these people, but I will give you your life as a reward wherever you go. I, the Lord, have spoken. So the Lord said, hey, don't seek the great things for yourself here. All right, same way with us today. You know, we're not seeking to be the best singer or the best basketball player or football player. No, man. We here to do the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and pronounce judgment on America, Babylon the Great. Okay? Because this place is about to go. It has to go. It has to be destroyed unless for us to rule, for us to be in righteousness, to us being in perfection. America, Babylon the Great has to be destroyed, man. That's prophecy. You can't be mad at that. You know, you got certain guys who want to stay here. You want to stay under Esau's rulership, and like I said earlier, you want to be subject to a Karagma, a RFID hip. You want to be subject to a UBI, a Universal Basic Income. You want to be subject to a 15-minute city. You know, and if you don't have those things, you can't eat. You can't do nothing. Right? So if you want to stay under Esau's rulership, or would you rather have a righteous rulership where everybody can eat, even the other nations? You know, now they'll be in subjection, but they'll be good too. Right? This is the one the elder brought out. I'll just read it. This Hebrews 10. All right. And also 36, it says, for ye have need of patience, with patience is endurance, means to endure, that after ye have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. And that's talking about Yahweh Shai. Now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. All right, you draw back from the Lord, he's not going to have no pleasure in you. He's going to let you be destroyed. But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. Let's get the NLT. It says, patient endurance is what you need so that you will continue to do God's will. Then you will receive all that he has promised. For in just a little while, the coming one will come and not delay. And my righteous ones will live by faith. But I will take no pleasure in anyone who turns away. You turn away, man. Just like Lot's wife did. She turned away and looked back. You know, and what happened to her? She got turned into a pillar of salt. Okay? It says, but we are not like those who turn away from the Most High to their own destruction. We are the faithful ones whose souls will be saved. You know, we're praying and hoping that we're the faithful ones whose souls will be saved. We pray and hope that we get delivered, you know, from that coming destruction, man. You know, so Lord, this lesson was edifying. All right, for you brothers and sisters out there, go watch the Elder Yashawama's video. Like I said, great edification came out. All right. Salaki, you know, allergies and shit. But yeah, go watch the Elder Yashawama's video. All right, his channel, Renaissance 144. We gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, and double honors to the apostles, bishops. Salaki, double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders. A great millstone to teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Wolves are edified.